Breaking fucking news here in the Jeff Nippard, Mike Van, I don't know what the fuck his name, Mike Van Winkle, whatever the fuck his name is. The security footage, the tapes in the gym, the security cameras was just, we just got our hands on that now. So, yeah, shout out to John Bravo Films. That's where I got it from. So check out his channel. He makes some pretty cool content. But so just to preface here, these, what do you call them? Like subtitles, captions. I did not do this. Apparently, according to John Bravo, they came with the footage. So I don't know, someone did this, and they seem to be pretty biased towards Mike's point of view. So anyway, let's start here and see what's going on. So we'll just go through it as it is. So there's the first interaction right there. Mike says presumably sup to Jeff, and Jeff chuckles, and then it looks like some words are exchanged there after. So he says sup, and Jeff looks over. He looks over at his cameraman, kind of like, you know, what the fuck was that? Why did you just do that? And then Jeff continues with his set, and Mike doesn't walk over. Yeah, he clearly doesn't. He grabs like a lat pull down thing, it looks like. And then Jeff continues what he's doing. And then Jeff kind of like motions to his cameraman, like, I'm going to go talk to him, so keep it rolling if anything happens. And then Jeff calls out to Mike as he's walking over to him. And then Mike kind of turns around, looks at Jeff. Cameraman points camera right at Mike. And then Mike tells Jeff, clearly ignore his request. So he didn't really have a lot of time to ignore that request. And then boom, pushes him down. And then they kind of get into a verbal altercation there, it looks like. And yeah, it looks like they're arguing. And then he grabs Jeff a second time and kind of throws him, and then gets up, keeps getting up in his face, and then he shoves the cameraman. Jeff's cameraman leans in. So apparently they think he leaned. I didn't really see that anywhere. He like leaned his shoulder into him. But apparently I don't know. That's what these annotations are saying. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole 2 minutes and 14 seconds of the tape. The first interaction there. So that's when Mike presumably said sup to Jeff. And right, we can take a look at Jeff's Instagram. That's what he said. He said this is what, like, the first interaction he's had with him. And that was when he said sup, quote. So before they kind of had online beef, right? So he said sup, but not like a sup, bro, hey, not like that. He said sup kind of like sup, fucker, you know, in like a hostile, threatening way, sort of. Not like threatening, but like, you know what I mean, like an unfriendly sort of way. Right, and if we continue, so he kind of like looks at him. Jeff looks over at his cameraman like, what the fuck was that? It looks like. And yeah, so then it cuts out. And then it looks like Jeff kind of continues what he's doing. Probably like thinking, what the fuck was that? Why'd he say that to me? And then Mike doesn't walk over. Yup, he clearly doesn't. I don't know why they need to share that. Like, we can see, I don't know, whoever did these subtitles. No acknowledgement. Yeah. Again, I can see that. And then Jeff stops his workout. Yup, he does. Points at Mike, wants to instigate. So Jeff is not instigating. So again, whoever did these subtitles obviously is on Mike's side. And Jeff is not instigating here, right? He's coming up to, he said, sup, right? He instigated before when he walked past Jeff and said, presumably, I guess, sup, right? So then Jeff calls out to Mike, walks over. So this is the part where it's kind of like, I feel Jeff might have misled a little bit in his comments section. So he said he kind of left out the fact that he walked over to him. Because he says, right, then he walked back toward me. Well, that didn't really happen, right? Jeff kind of walked up to him, like as we see right now, he's walking up to him and talking. And I guess he tells his cameraman to keep filming just in case something happens. Something did happen. And then he points the camera right at Mike. Mike tells Jeff, clearly ignore it. Well, again, he didn't have a lot of time to ignore. It's like look at this. Mike tells Jeff to turn off the camera, and then it clearly, literally not even a second later, clearly ignores request. Well, he didn't really have time to accommodate that request. And then that's when he shoves Jeff. And then he goes up and gets more in his face. And there's a verbal altercation. Mike tells Jeff to leave him. Okay. And then he grabs him again. A second time. Right? And I guess the cameraman stopped filming. And then he shoves Jeff's cameraman there. Jeff's cameraman leans into him. Well, it doesn't look like he did. It looks like he leans away from him, actually. Jeff points to camera and asks if he got that. Yeah, he did. And then Mike kind of walks away. And then that's pretty much it. We don't know what was said. So another thing to bring up too is it is interesting how right, that clip we see, that 7-second clip or whatever of Mike throwing Jeff is all we see, right? We don't see, because the cameraman, you guys saw on the footage there, the cameras were recording before that, so they picked up, like, because he was filming. So I don't know if we'll get that raw. Maybe we will get the raw footage of what exactly was said between them before we saw Jeff throw Mike, or I'm sorry, Mike throw Jeff the other way around. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I just thought that was kind of, interesting. It's interesting because we don't see it, right? So yeah, it seems to I'd say 80% corroborates with what Jeff said on Instagram, except for, I'd say, other than the fact that Jeff kind of went up to him. He doesn't really say that in his Instagram, where I kind of walked up to him and told him whatever it was that he told him. And then, yeah, so I'd say, I mean, I don't understand why someone would, why he would do that to Jeff. I don't know what he, unless, I don't think Jeff, and the thing is, like, when Jeff went back up to him, like, I don't think Jeff, would have said something. Like, Jeff, from what I hear, right, Jeff doesn't seem like the guy to, go up to someone like Mike, who's obviously much bigger than him, much taller than him, and, like, call him not nice name, like the C word, for example, or something like that, something along those lines, right? Call him an idiot, right? I mean, those are two different words. The C word and idiot is two different. I honestly, I use the C word a lot, and I'm American too. I know a lot of you guys, and like it's not very popular in America, right? It's kind of like more, I know a lot of you guys are like British or Australian, you guys use that word a lot. It's not used a lot in America, but I personally like to use it sometimes because it's like, it's such an ugly word. It's like, I shouldn't say it on here, but it's like, you know, it's like when you call someone that, it's like you really don't like, or like you really mean what you know. It's but that's anyway. Let's get back to so yeah, I don't see why, you know, I don't see what Jeff could have said that could have provoked that response, right? And even so, like, regardless of what he said, there's really no excuse to put your hands on someone and do that, right? And he did it, and he fucking did it again. And after Jeff, and you've seen the footage there, right? Jeff was kind of like, he had his hands up. He's like, okay, man, whatever, just leave me alone. And he continued to fucking hit him in the neck or whatever, put him in a chokehold. Yeah, Mike, we really haven't heard his side of the story, right? All we kind of know is like he's just been like reposting stuff on his story about like people on his side, I guess. And he's just been posting about his merch drop, I guess, that he's got coming up. And if you look at the comments, does it come with assault or do I pay extra? It's ain't nobody buying this. Bro needed that bail money, so he dropped merch. Ain't no one buying this. Dude selling hoodies to pay for his legal fees. Your Honor, but he hurt my feelings with his big bad words. Yeah, dude, the comments are pretty funny on this, and his other shit too. His reel, his most recent reel, 1.8 million views. It's got, look at the engagement on this. 4,000 likes and 15,000 comments. Usually Instagram has some pretty fucking funny comments, dude. But yeah, so the thing, like, we haven't really heard Mike's story, man. It's just, it seems like Jeff is pretty much in the right here. And Jeff he actually, if you guys don't know, he's pressing charges on Mike. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with this. So, but yeah, anyway, guys, let me know what you think. What do you think? Is Jeff in the right here? Is Mike in the right? I don't know how you could think really Mike's in the right, but if you guys think it, man, comment down below. Let me know. All right, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Peace.